Now, one of the most important things in any 3D application is how do you move around your 3D scene? And this really depends on your interface device. In other words, are you using a trackpad or a mouse or something else? So I've created a blank dimension document and I'll just drop in a cube on the left-hand side, just click, and here we go. Now I'm on a mouse, specifically I'm on a Logi Ergo one, so it's quite sophisticated. It's got a scroll ball and a scroll wheel. So let me show you what goes on. The scroll wheel, the scroll ball does nothing, but I'm going to use a scroll wheel. So you see the scroll wheel zooms in and out. This mimics the dolly, which is this one here. So scroll wheel on a scroll mouse, zoom in and out. If I right mouse, click and hold, then this is an orbit. So I'm using my scroll ball, but this is the same. You can just click and drag, right mouse and click and drag, hold it down, click and drag. And this is the orbit tool here. And if we want to pan, which is this one here, then hold the scroll wheel, because the scroll wheel is a button as well, hold, and then click and drag and move around. Now, that's for a mouse. If you're on a trackpad, it's slightly different. So I'll upload, in fact, actually, I'll show you a screenshot in a minute. It'll be easier. On a trackpad, if you stroke your trackpad with 2 fingers, you see we're zooming in and out. We're doing the dolly tool. If I hold down with 2 fingers, keep them held down and press on the trackpad and then move whilst holding down, you see we do an orbit. And if I hold the space bar, as you can see, and then 2 fingers, click and hold on the trackpad, then I get a pan. So it's very straightforward, and let me show you these shortcuts. I've put them in a note, here you go. But it really depends on your interface, what your device is. So with a trackpad, 2 fingers, stroke to zoom in and out, hold with 2 fingers and moving the trackpad to orbit, hold down with the space bar and drag around to pan. If you're using a mouse, to scroll with your scroll wheel, very straightforward, just scroll, just rotate it, dolly or zoom in and out. Or if you right mouse, click and drag on your mouse, orbit, or hold down on the scroll wheel and move, which is a pan. It's a matter of muscle memory, and basically what you've got to do, let's get rid of that for the moment. You've got to get used to moving things around with whatever interface device you've got, and it's your muscle memory, using your fingers in whatever appropriate way to produce the result. It's a bit tricky, but this is a 3-dimensional application. We have 3 dimensions, X, Y, and Z, sort of left and right, in and out, up and down. It's entirely up to us what we do. But whatever interface you've got to practice and get used to it. It makes a big, big difference. So that's the basic interface. If you find it really awful with your trackpad, or your machine is very slow or whatever it is, you could just roll over and come here and use the tools. Just click on the tool. And you can see when I roll over, you've got shortcuts on a normal mouse as well, as you can see, which I don't tend to use. But if your machine is really slow, so like for example, if I try and move it and it's really slow, then you're going to have to either wait, so click and hold on the arrow, wait a few seconds for your computer to catch up and then move. But if it's really, really slow, select the shape, go on the right hand side to the numbers, so transform, go to the numbers here, and you can just click and drag on a number and it will change. See, it's a bit slow here on mine. There you go. See, there it goes, moving in and out. It's a bit slow, but it will do it. Or you can click and just type in a number and press return. Thank you very much. So it's entirely up to you. But if your machine is really slow, if it's really suffering, then just be patient. But otherwise, just practice. Practice the shortcuts. Practice with your fingers on a trackpad or a mouse. If you've got a laptop, you can always bring along a Bluetooth mouse if you want. So it's entirely up to you.